Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raw on the Range. As I said, today we are going to be doing the trigger adjustment and swapping the cocking side lever from the right side to the left. Now the intro for both of these videos are going to be the same. I'm going to take off the clamshell, get to the internals, and then from that point it will become two separate videos. But to save time and to stop me doing it twice, it's all going to be baked into one. So you need a 2.5mm Allen key to remove two Allen screws, one here, one here. So we'll start with those two because there's only two of them. My hands are going to be in the way for a lot of this, but I figured this was the best view to get. Oh, the gun magazine is out and the gun is empty and safe. Okay. But it is not degassed because I'm going to need to keep test firing when I adjust the trigger. So that's the two Allen keys, 2.5. Now we need a Torx bit number 10, a TX10, to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, don't know if I counted that one, 14 or 15 different TX10 bolts, screws. So I'll remove them now. One. Would probably help if you had magnetized tool, but mine's not, so some of the deep ones will stay in there. Anyway, that's 3. 4. 5. No, that's not right. 7. As you can see, they're not tight. They're just they're like plastic self tappers, so they'll go into a bit of plastic on the other side. They're not done up tight. I'm only using the short end of the Allen key. When you come to do it up, do the same. Just use the short end of the Allen key. Don't over tighten them. When you get resistance, just give it an extra, and that's it. Because if you strip out all your plastic, you won't be able to do your gun up. That's number 10. Can't get number 9 out. Oh, there we go. 9. This is 11. 12. 13. So there's 14 bolts. And number 14 there, last one. So there's 14 TX10s or T10s and 2.5mm Allen. You're supposed to remove the cocking arm as well, which is, sorry, the lever, which is also a 2.5mm Allen key, but I don't think you need to. If you go like that, the clamshell comes apart, you can turn it sideways. Oh, there is a way. There we go, it just pops right out of there. So I'll turn this over, get all them screws out, the ones I missed. Just double check, there's one up there, get that out, there's one there as well, and that's all of them, so that can go out the way. All my screws can go in there. And there we are, that is what the inside of the gun looks like. So we'll cut there, and then the next part will be 2 separate videos, one for the trigger adjustments here, one for swapping the cocking lever. Okay guys, so we're going to swap the cocking handle side lever from the right hand side to the left hand side. Okay, so first we're going to remove the butt pad, which is just pulls out now. As you've opened the clamshell, it just pulls out because it just held in around the edge here. Okay, then we've got two 2.5mm Allen head screws in there, which will release this side of the lever. And then down this side we've got a spring clip, sorry, a C-clip holding that pin in. We're actually going to need to remove the other side of the shell, aren't we? Let me just do that now. So this will be, as we've already done the other 14, this will just be 2 more 2.5mm Allens. Oh, there's something there scratching my moderator. Don't like that. My quick detached sling mount has come out of that hole, so put that to the side. We'll put that in later when we put it back together. Okay, so if you want to swap over the cocking side lever, it's 4 2.5mm Allen bolts, not 2. So that's the other clamshell, put that out of the way. You've also got your little blanking plate, put that out of the way. And there's the bear rifle with no stock on it, very nice. I'm just going to give that a wipe because where I oiled this up the other day, there's some residue left in there, and I can get that out now that I've revealed a hole. Very nice. So, as I was saying, that that little C-clip there will allow you to pull this pin out from the other side, and then we just unhook this side lever spring. You know, it was spring loaded, wasn't it? Cling, that's just that there. So we'll unhook that. I'm just going to pull that out. You know what? Maybe once we're all undone, we'll unhook it and push it that way. That's probably a better idea. So if you get a large flathead screwdriver, position it in front of both of them pointed bits and push. That releases some of the tension. And then you can just pop that out. There we go. That's my small C-clip. Put that in my magnetic holder. Then we've got our 2.5mm bits, screws. Oh, that's done up tight, look at that bending. Oh. Might put a little dab of Loctite on those when I put it back together, because as these are contained inside the shell, I don't want them to be coming loose and having to take 19 screws out again, well, no, 18 screws out to get to it. I might just put a little dab of Loctite on those. Like that spring's trying to pull that away. There we go. So now that's loose, there we go, our spring is now flapping around. I can just pull that out of there, like that. There's your side lever. Lovely. We're going to need to take that spring off, aren't we, actually? Which is, luckily, a T10, so it's the same screw that we took the clamshell off with. I know my hand's in the way, you can't really see what I'm doing. There's just a cap edge screw holding a spring in. Right, now we've done that, we can release that pin. That pin in the centre there can now come out that way, and all we do is you swap it onto that side. Okay, flip it over. We're now on that side. Put our screw back in, which was it down there? I think it was down there, wasn't it? Yeah. So, put our screw back in. With our spring. So doing this in real time so you guys can see how long it takes. It's really not a bad job. What is that? Don't know. Right, hold that in position when you get down to the end. Hold it where you want it to be. And just nip it up. Again, this is kind of like a self-tapping screw into plastic, so you don't need to go mad. That'll do, perfect. Oh, you're going to need to move that over as well, aren't you? And swap that. So you're going to have to swap your cocking. Wrong Allen key. You're going to need to swap your side lever biathlon. I don't know what to call it. Biathlon style grip. You're going to need to swap it facing that way because we've swapped it over. So take that screw out. That's a 2.5mm Allen key. Take that off, put it in that side. He says, oh, there's a flat side on it, so it can only go in one way. So it doesn't spin because of the flat. And then put that 2.5mm Allen key screw back in. I hope my R.A.W's coming out better on this one. I do tend, when I'm focused and concentrating, I do tend to start mumbling, which isn't good. So do that back up, give it a nip. We're going to need to take another C-clip off of this and swap that pin to the other side. So again, you get your flat head. This one's raised. Push it hard. And then, come on, you. If you can get something in the back side, just to lever it off once you've pushed it. There you go. So all we're going to do is take that out of there and then put it into the bottom one. Put that C-clip back on. Use a pair of pliers just to give it a pinch. There we go. That's in, pretty sure that's in. One more pinch, yep. Okay. Oh, did you see that, or was I out of the way? Oh, I'll put that back in the bottom one, and I used a pair of pliers to just pinch it together like that. Now we can mount that. That hole goes on that pin that we swapped up. No, let's put the spring in. Now we can mount that spring back in there to give it the tension. We can put that pin back in that side. We can get our C-clip, put that back on this pin. Just use some pliers there to pinch it. That's just shot off somewhere. Luckily I found it, it's gone. I heard it go under my scopes. Okay, be careful. Hey, sorry about that. My camera overheated and turned off, so I had to give it half an hour. I can't remember, I think I was putting this on, wasn't I? And it burst off somewhere. So yeah, squeeze that on. Try not to ping it anywhere. Try not to catch your finger in the pliers because that will hurt. This isn't working how I wanted it to though. There we go. Click. Lovely. Now that's in. Perfect. So now we can bring that round, and we're going to need to. I did say I was going to put a little dab of Loctite on here. That's weird. Where's my? Anyway. Tiny smidge of Loctite on there. You're going to have to pull that now because of the spring tension. So pull that, put that in. Perfect. That. Again, little dab on this one. Just a smidge. Didn't have any on to start with, but I don't want it undoing. There. That's blue Loctite as well. I'm not going to put the red stuff on that you'd have to heat up to break loose. Just nip that up tight. Get in there. There we go. That's the cocking lever swap side to side. So now we can put this clamshell side back on. Whoopsie. Tilt it to the side. Put that through there. Come on, baby. There we go. Down there like that. I'm just going to decock it. Put our two Allen head bolts back in. 2.5mm Allen. These are going into metal, so you can give them a good nip up, but the other 14 Torx are going into plastic. Close that, not loaded, flip it over. Right, that's the job done, and now it's just reassembly. Actually, let me just double check that before we do anything. Click. Perfect. Okay, so now it's just reassembly. If your quick disconnect sling stud fell out, that just falls right back in there. There'll be one on both sides, so if that one's fell out as well, you have to put that one in, but that one stayed in on mine. I can hear something rattling in there. Is it? Oh, there's another screw in the bottom. Your butt pad. I don't know why, but my phone won't show me the preview of what the camera's doing, so I hope it's recording. The butt pad just clips in, lift it up, put it over the top, clip it in, perfect like that. If your ball bearing magazine holders have fallen out from them two holes inside there, you've got to push those back in before you put it back together. I might use a pair of pliers to do that, just to locate it properly. Oh God. There we go, then push that in, and the other one, grab it there, put it in position, hold it, pull that out, perfect. They're both in. As you tighten up the clamshell, that's going to squeeze this and hold them in together. Just make sure everything is lined up nicely. Put that back in for the 65th time. I'll put, again, I'll use the same footage on both videos of putting it back together, because there's no point doing it twice. Okay, so stick around if you want to see that, otherwise thanks for watching. So we've put that in, we've got that in, we've got our ball bearings in, everything is as it should be. We just we need to put our blanking piece in. So you get your blank piece, you put it in there, and then as you put it over the top, it'll fall out. Make sure you line everything up, please. Perfect. I'll put my two Allen heads in again first, into the metal, and then before I put in all the other screws and tighten them up, I'm going to, wrong Allen key I keep picking up. I'm going to cock it and hit it with the hammer again, the mallet, a couple of times, just to make sure we're still safe. We're not going to fire if I accidentally bump it, as I've adjusted the trigger. Tight. Nip that up. Perfect. So we are now cocking. We are now left hand cocking. Very light, lovely trigger. Cock it again and bash it. Oh good, that just fired. So take it apart and try it again. Yep. Excellent news. Okay. Pretty sure my ball bearing again just fell out of there. Where did that go? It come out and rolled around, but I don't know where it went. All right, well that's why you test it, because you know this stuff happens. Honestly though, where did that ball bearing go? I heard it roll around. There, it's gone over there. I'll put that back in. I don't know why swapping the lever would have made it go loose, but it did. There she go. She fired again, so just give that another turn. Test it out. That's incredibly light. Yep. Hit it with a hammer. There's your sling stud. You can't even see what I'm doing. Right, hit it with a hammer. Not doing anything. So we'll put it back together again. Put your sling stud, quick bounce in there. Put that in there. Come on. Just having trouble getting over the dust port. Probably take that out when you're doing this. I'm going to put those 2 screws again back in. We'll just keep doing this until we get it safe. This isn't a step you can miss. You've got to do it, because if you bash your gun, even if if you're on a range and you're safe or anything like that, if you happen to bash a loaded gun and it goes off, it could be disastrous. So do not skip the step. If I have to undo this, put it back together 10 times, it will still be worth it, just to make sure it doesn't accidentally go off. Okay. I'm happy with that. Butt pads just fell off again. Making a right big deal of this, aren't I? A right pig's ear. Get in there, you bugger. I think my quick sling stud's moved now. Brilliant. There we go, we're back together. Carry on like nothing happened. Right, start putting all these torques, no, don't start putting those torques back in. Put your ball bearings back in again if they fell out. And then I'm going to do them ones up first so they don't fall out again. As I said, doing this in real time so you can see what I can see. This is the first time I've ever done it. I'm not a gunsmith. If I can do it, you could do it. Right, like you're doing up a scope, just grab the top, give it a nip. Do not go mad. Strip out your plastic. I'm not going to talk now, I'll just speed through this because there's a lot to do. Oh, I will just say that all the screws are the same length, so don't worry about trying to remember where they come from. Any screw can go in any hole as long as you put the Torx in these ones and the Allens in them ones. Or the hex, whatever you want to call them. Now I'll stop talking. Well, that one's just spinning. Apparently that one doesn't do uptight, which is what I was saying about stripping it out. That's come from the factory like that because I haven't done it. Last one. Right then guys, that is now a left-handed cocking, very light trigger. There's the first stage. Click. Walther rain. Give it one last mallet test so you can see. Perfect. Thank you for watching. I hope you see how easy that was, and don't be scared to have a go yourself. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.